it's Helen here. It's been a while since I did a video, so I thought I'd better do one today just to update you on what's going on and what I'm up to. It's been a busy few weeks actually, and I think in my last video I was talking about having some time on my own coming up when I could do some juice fasting and some water fasting, and that was what I was aiming towards. Well, that time is now here. Hubby has now left to go back to the UK. He left first thing this morning, really early. So I'm on my own for 2 weeks, which is, yeah, it's a bit of a sobering thought, having 2 weeks completely on my own. I haven't got a car because he's taken that back with him to be MOT'd and to do some stuff. So I'm confined to the caravan really, and to the campsite for the next 2 weeks. So in a way I'm not really looking forward to it, because I'm not looking forward to being on my own for 2 weeks and being away from hubby. But in another way, yeah, I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to just having 2 weeks of complete solitude and 2 weeks to just juice feast, and then for that, or juice fast rather, and then to have that lead into a 7-day water fast. So I was hoping to do pretty much all liquids over the last 2 weeks, but that hasn't really happened. We've been so busy getting things ready for hubby to go back to the UK. There was a lot of things that needed sorting out, paperwork and stuff like that. It's been nearly a year now since we've been abroad, and so things like insurance for the car, for the caravan, all sorts of policies have come up for renewal. So we've been busy running around and getting all that organised and sorted for his trip back. So I've been doing pretty much liquids, but I've also been doing salads as well. It's easier for me at lunch times, if I'm preparing my husband's salad for his lunch, to just do extra and do myself a salad as well, rather than have to do a salad for him and then prepare juices for myself. So just to save time, I've been having some salads into the mix as well. But as of today, I am just juice fasting on orange juice, so just orange juice only for the next week, 8 days, and then I'm going to water fast for 7 days after that until he comes back. So that's what's been going on, and that's what will be going on over the next fortnight. I'll keep you updated on how it goes. I'm still doing the barefoot walking a couple of times a day. I'm still doing my yoga. I'm doing some upper body exercises as well. When we left the UK last year, because I was a personal trainer, I had loads and loads and loads of fitness equipment that I sold because we just didn't have the space to bring it all with us, and I just sold everything. I kind of wished now that I had brought a few bits and pieces with me, because I haven't even got any hand weights here. So what I've done is filled some water bottles up with stones just to create some weights. So I've started using them as hand weights. They're not that heavy, but if I do a lot of repetitions, then yeah, they're kind of effective and it works. So that's what my fitness regime is looking like at the moment. Lots of barefoot walking, lots of yoga, and now some weights added into the mix as well. We're really lucky here. The weather is still absolutely gorgeous. I mean, we haven't had any rain now for quite a few months. It's cooled down a little bit, but we're still getting temperatures up in the high 80s, which is absolutely lovely. So I'm still able to do my yoga outside, which is great. I tend to do it first thing in the morning before it gets too hot, and then go off for my first walk of the day. So yeah, everything's really good. Like I say, I'm looking forward to the next fortnight and having some time to just be quiet and just to concentrate on juice fasting without having to worry about any other food preparation going on around me. So from that point of view, it's going to be a really good 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not going to be so good because I'll be on my own, but maybe I just have to make loads more videos so that I'm talking to somebody. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. That's what I'm up to, and I'll see you guys tomorrow probably. I'll do another video tomorrow, just letting you know how the juice feast is going. So I'll see you later. Bye. Hi guys, it's Helen here. It's day 2 of my juice fast, so just an update from day 2. Everything's going really well. I'm juicing just oranges, as you know, and today I've probably had about almost 2.5 pints of orange juice so far today, and I'll probably have about another pint or so before my bedtime tonight for tea. What I'm trying to do is to gradually decrease the amount that I have every day, so by the time we get to next week and it's time for me to do my water fast, then the amount of orange juice I'll have the day before will be a lot less than I'm having now. So hopefully the water fast won't be such a shock to the system. But it's going really well. I felt a little bit weak when I first woke up this morning, but that really went quite quickly, and once I got up and got moving around, it was fine and I felt really good, and it even passed before I'd had my orange juice as well, so that was good. But I've had an incredible amount of energy all day. Really, the energy levels are right up there, which is great. So yeah, and I've not really felt hungry. I felt maybe a little bit hungry just before I had my lunch today, but other than that I haven't felt hungry at all, which is brilliant. So yeah, it's going really well. Other than the orange juice, I'm just sticking to water. I'm having some hot waters with some ginger in them, and that is because I suffer from rheumatism in 2 of my fingers. I've had rheumatism in my forefinger for a couple of years now, and it's under control, it's not that painful. It flares up every now and again, but unfortunately over the last few months I've started to develop it in my thumb as well, and that is painful at the moment. It is quite sore to touch and to bend. So ginger is a really good anti-inflammatory, and it's good for reducing swelling in joints, and it is one of the natural products that is recommended for rheumatism, so I'm trying to have a lot of ginger in my diet at the moment to see how that goes. And one of the things obviously with this juice fast and water fast that I'm hoping is that the rheumatism will be significantly better by the end of the 2 weeks. So that's hoping, and fingers crossed that that does get better, because I'm too young to suffer from that yet. The other thing that I'm doing that I thought I'd let you in on is that I'm going without shampoos. Now, for a long time I've only ever used organic products on my hair, and very natural products as well. But I went no poo about 2 years ago, no shampoo, for about 10 or 11 weeks. And it was good. It was, the first few weeks were a bit yucky, but after that it was okay, and I was washing my hair with bicarbonate of soda, or baking soda. But I kind of want to do without that this time round, because to me that is just another chemical. It's manufactured in a factory, so it's just another product, and I'm trying to get away from using any products at all on my hair. So this time round I want to manage the greasiness that I'm sure I'm going to get over the next couple of days with lemon juice, because that's a really good degreaser, and obviously a very natural product, just being a fruit, and maybe some apple cider vinegar to use as a rinse, as a conditioner, because that's really good as well. So that's my aim, is to go no poo again, and I'm hoping that the next 2 weeks I'll get through that really yucky stage where it's a bit greasy on top, and I'll get through all that. And I'm also interested to see how different it will be, or if it will be different at all this time round, going through the process whilst just fasting, and to see if that has any effect on the hair at all. And this time round as well, I'm not blow drying my hair at all. I haven't blow dried my hair for months and months and months, because I just don't need to here, because it's so hot and sunny. I wash my hair, and within half an hour it's dry again. So I'm hoping that all these factors combined will make this time, the transition this time from shampoo to no shampoo, a lot easier. But yeah, I'll share the results with you as we go along. So that's me done for day 2. My cat's knocking at the door at the moment. He scratches at the door when he wants to come in, so I'm going to go and let him in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye! Hi guys, it's Helen here. It's day 3 of my orange juice fast, and I'm just having my second orange juice of the day. It's about 2:30 now, and this is my second orange juice that I've had today. I had one this morning at about 10 o'clock, which was my first orange juice. I woke up this morning with loads of energy, felt really good. I felt slightly hungry, but for some reason I didn't really want a juice there and then, so I left it and I got on with the rest of what I needed to do. And yeah, about 10 o'clock I decided that that was when I needed my first juice, so it's all going really well. Day 3 is typically kind of the toughest day to get over, if you like. It's the last day normally that you will feel hunger. Your hunger tends to dissipate after day 3. The reason being that the body starts to break down fat stores after day 3 to use as a source of energy, as a source of nutrition. So yeah, it's going really well. I feel really calm about the whole thing, and I think that's probably because, you know, I'm on my own. All I've got to eat is oranges. I haven't got anything else. I made sure deliberately that there was no other food in the caravan for the next 2 weeks, so everything has gone or been eaten, or hubby took it with him. So all I have is enough oranges to juice until next week when I start the water fast. And you know, I'm 15 miles away from the nearest supermarket here. I haven't got a car, so there's no way that, you know, there's no corner shops or local shops or anything like that. I'm in the middle of the countryside, so there's no way I can get out and buy any other food. So there's completely no temptation for me to eat anything else. So I'm totally focused on the juice fast, and that's it. That is all I'm thinking about. So I've taken all the emotion, if you like, out of eating, because I've completely controlled it for the next 2 weeks, and this is all I'm having, which is great. You know, when I've done juice feasts before, I've always been around food, and there's always been food preparation going on around me, and you know, that's difficult, because then that temptation to eat something is always there, and sometimes you know, you just pop something in your mouth while you're preparing food without even thinking about it, you know, some salads or some vegetables, and suddenly you think, oh, I've just eaten something. But, you know, this time around, all that has gone. So there's a real sense of calmness about it, which is great. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the process, and seeing where it takes me, you know. I've not had any cravings come up yet. I've not had any major emotions come up yet that need dealing with. You know, maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know, but I just feel really good. I feel like I've got really good levels of energy, really good levels of clarity, yeah, and it's brilliant. There's lots of benefits that fasting can bring you. I won't go through them all now because there's just too many, but what I will do is I'll put a post on my blog today, and I'll list all the benefits in there. You know, it's a really good thing to do and a good process to go through. So yeah, day 3 is going really well, and I'm not bored of the orange juice yet, which is really good. Rocking the orange juice, in fact, it's lovely. And everything's really good. I'm really enjoying it. So that's about it for day 3, really. I can't really tell you much more. I'm still exercising. I haven't felt that, you know, I've had a dip in energy yet that I can't exercise, so I'm still exercising, and it's going really well. I washed my hair this morning in lemon juice. I juiced half a lemon, and I probably used about half of it, so a quarter of a lemon. All I did was massaged it into the top of my head, into the roots, whilst it was still dry, and then rinsed it out, and it's okay. It doesn't feel greasy. The texture's changing already. I can tell that the texture's changing. It's not as silky probably as it is when you shampoo. But then when you shampoo, I don't think it's actually your hair that you're feeling when you run your fingers through it. It's the shampoo that you're feeling. You know, it coats your strands of hair, and leaves sort of a bit of a sheen on it, I suppose. So yeah, no, it's good. It's not greasy at the moment, and yeah, everything's really good. Rocking it all. So that's day 3 for you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, it's Helen here. It's day 4 of my orange juice fast. and today is another really good day. Loads and loads of energy again today, amazing levels of clarity and creativity as well. I'm feeling really creative. I'm having lots of ideas about my business today, which is brilliant. So lots of scribbling on bits of paper and making lists and emailing people with ideas and stuff about projects to get off the ground for next year. So, you know, this has been such a good thing mentally as well as physically. So I had my first juice today at lunchtime. I didn't have anything all morning, just water. I didn't want anything. I was, again, a little bit hungry maybe, but I just didn't want to have the juice there and then, so I didn't. I'm going with what my body is telling me at the moment. One thing I did do today, and I'm going to talk about this because this is a subject that people tend to avoid and not want to discuss, but I did an enema today. Now, enemas are really useful when you're doing juice fasts. There's the jury's kind of out really. Some people think you don't need to do them, some people say that you do need to do them, but basically if you're not having any fibre in your diet, then you're not going to be having any bowel movements. And before we get into the whole conversation and subject of doing enemas and you know, cleaning the colon and stuff like that, you know, I just want to have a little chat about why people get really freaked out by the whole idea of it, and it seems that the whole topic is really taboo and you can't talk about it, and oh, that's disgusting, don't want to go there. But you know, when you think about it, all it is food. It's waste food. It's food that the body can't use. It's been through the digestive process. There's nothing in it that the body can use for nutrition, so obviously it's a waste product and it has to come out somewhere. And that's it, you know. I don't understand why there's this whole, like, you know, it's not a nice subject to talk about. It is just waste food, that is all it is. You know, it's a byproduct of digestion, and it seems to be that what I've noticed is that people really don't give too much thought about the food that they put in their mouth. People eat very emotionally. People don't, when they're hungry, think, okay, well, what's the best thing for my body? And I don't mean everybody, I'm just talking generalisation here, is that people don't stop and think, okay, what's the best thing, what does my body need, what is going to give me the most nutrition? People tend to eat out of emotion. Oh, what do I feel like, or I fancy this, I fancy that, and that's just emotional eating. And then as soon as we put the food in our mouth, that's it. You know, we eat it, we swallow it, and we don't even think about it again. But you know, if it's not nutritionally good food, where do people think it's going to end up? You know, it doesn't all come out the other end. Our colons are about 5 foot in length. Now that's a hell of a lot of space, and they're not like smooth plastic tubes. They've got kinks in them and folds in them, and they're twisted and turned. You know, 5 foot has got to go into sort of like a space like about that, so it's all twisted and coiled. So if we're eating stuff, too much stuff that our bodies can't use, we're going to be creating a lot of waste product. So, you know, we can't physically get rid of all of that in one go, so that waste product then gets caught up in that 5 foot of coiled colon, and you know, it never shifts. It stays there, then it hardens, and the colon, the space of the colon gets narrower and narrower, and that's really not a good situation to be in. So, you know, I'd rather that was all out of my body rather than sitting there sort of putrefying and, you know, just basically not doing me any good. So yeah, I do enemas. I do enemas when I juice feast. I do enemas now that I'm juice fasting. I didn't do one yesterday. The day before that I did have a bowel movement, so I didn't need to do one. Yesterday I didn't do one. Today I felt like I did need to do one, and it's fine. You know, it's not horrible, it's not freaky, it's fine, it's absolutely fine. And you know, if I can do one in a caravan, then people can do them anywhere. You know, there's not exactly a lot of room or space to move around in a caravan, but it was all okay. So I've done that today. That's part of my juice fast for the next 2 weeks, is that I will be doing enemas. Probably not every day. I will do them as and when I feel I need to do them. I like to listen to my body. If I don't feel like I need to do one, I won't do it. So that's today's topic of conversation. There's tons and tons of information on enemas on the internet, so I'm not going to go into how you do them or whatever. You know, I did a coffee enema today, not much coffee, just a little bit, probably about a tablespoonful of coffee, I think it was, and not a huge amount of water as well, because I haven't done one for an awfully long time. So, you know, I'll probably increase the amount of liquid that I take over the next few weeks. So that's day 4, so I'm halfway through the orange juice part of my fast. And yeah, like I say, massive amounts of energy, massive amounts of clarity and clearness, and I'm actually really enjoying it. Emotionally, I was feeling a little bit down this morning, so what I did, I'll just grab them and show them to you, is we've got some healing cards, Chuck Spezzano's healing cards. So these I find really useful when I have emotions coming up. Just shuffle through the cards and pick a card out and then read through the book, and you know, you can, it usually works. It usually helps to clear any blocks mentally, emotionally, and yeah, it's all good. So looking after myself mentally, emotionally, as well as physically, which is really important. And yeah, it's just been a really good day so far. So I hope you're all having a really good Sunday as well, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Hi everyone, it's day 5 of my orange juice fast, and again everything's going really well. I kind of want something to go bad so that I can report something else to you instead of just keep saying, yeah, it's going really well. Actually, I did wake up this morning and I didn't feel 100%, I must admit. I felt very weak, a little bit tired. I felt like I could just roll over and go back to sleep, if I'm honest. But it's strange, I've kind of felt that way on several mornings, not as bad as today, but on several of the mornings I've woken up a little bit under par. But as soon as I get up and get moving, I'm absolutely fine, so I don't know what all that's about. And I feel fine now. Again, I've got really good levels of energy again today. I'm doing lots of creative stuff on my website today. I'm making lots of videos. Yeah, everything's really good. I'm down to about, let's see, I've got a bag of 7 oranges, and I've had 4 already. I've got another 3 for later, and they're probably making about 2 pints of orange juice, 2, maybe less, thereabouts. So 2 pints of orange juice, and I'm still drinking lots and lots of water as well, and I'm fine. I felt a little bit hungrier earlier on, I must admit, so I'm not so sure that the not feeling hungry after day 3 thing is correct or not, or whether it's just an emotional hunger that's coming up. It's probably not real hunger. But other than that, everything is really good, and I'm really enjoying the whole fasting experience. Other news, I didn't do an enema today because I had bowel movement this morning, so that was great. And I washed my hair in the lemon juice again this morning, so the half a lemon that I had left over from the other day, I used the rest of that up, so I've still only used half a lemon on my hair in the last 5 days, and it's fine. I was looking up some pictures that I'd taken from the last time that I did a no poo experiment, and I haven't got any. I've got one of day 3, which actually looks worse than it does now, and then I've got one on day 9, and it's awful. I'll post that up when we get to day 9, and it's really greasy there. But this time round it's okay. It's not greasy. It doesn't feel dirty at all. It feels absolutely fine. So I'm really pleased with the results so far. So that's it, that's day 5. I've got nothing else to add. Everything's really good. I encourage everybody out there to add more juices to their diet, to maybe think about what they're eating and whether or not they can cut down and eat a little bit lighter. It really, really is good when you ease the load on your digestive system. It makes such a difference, and you have so much more energy to do other things with, because your body's not bogged down with all this digestion and getting through all this food that we eat. You know, we really do eat more than we need. I really do believe that. We can eat very lightly and still function just as well, if not better, than when we're stuffing loads and loads of food down our faces. So please give it a go, add some more juices to your diet, or just start to eat more lightly. You'll really, really appreciate it and benefit from it. So that's day 5. I'm going to shut up now and go away, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys, it's day 6 of my juice fast. Now yesterday I was saying that I almost hoped that something bad would happen, so that I would have something else to tell you other than it's good. Because all I've done so far for 5 days is say, yep, it's really good, everything's going really well. So they do say be careful what you wish for, don't they? Because this morning I woke up feeling pretty crap, if I'm allowed to say that. Yeah, I felt really, not just tired, but just really worn out and washed out, and like I needed to rest. So that's what I've done. I've listened to my body. I haven't exercised today. I haven't been out walking. I haven't done any yoga. I have just taken it really, really easy this morning. I drank water all morning. I had an orange juice at lunchtime. I'm trying to have, because I'm reducing the amount of oranges I'm having now and the amount of orange juice, I'm typically having one at lunchtime and one in the evening, and I find that works best. So yeah, I just had water all morning and just took it really, really easy. I actually stayed in bed and slept a little bit more. And I feel okay now. I feel alright now. I feel my energy levels have come back up again. But yeah, this morning was a little bit rough, really. But it's all good, you know. It's all part of the process of fasting. I'm not going to feel on top of the world every single day. You know, I have reduced my calorie intake significantly this week, and next week obviously I won't be having any calorie intake at all, because I'll just be water fasting. So, you know, you have to expect to not feel maybe 100% and you know, to feel a little bit under par. So it's all good still, because, you know, even the bad is good, because it's what you are hoping to happen, and it's what the process needs to go through. So and part of the reason why I wanted to do a juice fast and a water fast was to really work on attachments to food. You know, just because I'm into raw foods and I've been eating raw foods for, you know, nearly 7 years, doesn't mean that I don't still have attachments to food. You know, I might not have attachments to cream cakes or stuff like that, but, you know, there's certain raw foods that I know that I have attachments to, and that those attachments are emotional. And I want to get away from all that. I want to get away from this feeling that we should reward ourselves with food, we should look forward to food, you know, that food should somehow be giving us something other than the fact that it is just fuel for our body, because I think that that's a rather sticky slope to go down. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't enjoy my food, I do, but I want to be able to enjoy it in the moment that I eat it, and then that's it. You know, I'm not thinking about what I'm going to be eating, you know, next week or the week after, or I'll do something really, you know, I deserve to do something really special at the weekend, or things like that, you know. And I found myself this week obsessing a little bit about food, which might be normal because obviously I'm not eating anything, but I found myself thinking, you know, well, what am I going to have when these 2 weeks are up, and planning it out, and you know, being consumed by, oh, you know, I can make some raw crackers, or I can do this, or I'd love to make a raw pizza and do some raw cheese, and all these sorts of things is what I want to get away from. You know, I don't want to be cluttering my mind with thinking about things that aren't even here yet, that are not going to happen for a couple of weeks. You know, I want to be able to live completely in the moment, as far as food is concerned. And like I say, that doesn't mean that I won't enjoy the food that I eat still. I will, and that's never going to go, but it's just not having that, you know, permanently running through your head, or what can you have, what can you, you know, what can you treat yourself with. So I hope that makes sense. I hope I haven't rambled on too much there. But you know, this is things that are coming up, and this is why I wanted to have this time and this space to do a juice fast and a water fast whilst I was on my own, because I knew then that if I had occasions like I had this morning where I didn't feel the best, that I had no schedule to work to other than my own, so that I could take that time to be quiet and to work my way through it all, and to rest my body and to work on the emotional stuff as it comes up. So, you know, it is all good, it's all a process, and it's all part of cleansing myself, it's part of resetting your body, if you like, and that's really what juice feasts and juice fasts are all about. It's taking it back to neutral, it's taking you back to pushing the reset button, clearing as much of the old stuff out as you can, and then you're on a better level to off you go again. So yeah, day 6 has been an interesting day, some good bits, some not so good bits, but overall, you know, really positive stuff, and working through it, which is what I wanted. So a good day. So we'll finish on that note, a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys, it's Helen here, and it's day 7 of my orange juice and water fast. Now I was going to go up until tomorrow on the orange juice and then start the water fast on what will be Friday. It's Wednesday today, but I woke up this morning and I still felt a bit rough. I felt really sick actually, so I just took it easy for an hour or so, and now I feel absolutely amazing. I have got, you know, just so much energy surging through me. I feel great. I can't even put into words how good I feel. So I've decided that I'm going to start the water fast today. So I'm going to do 7 days of just water, which will take me through to next, where are we? Next Tuesday. And then Wednesday and Thursday of next week I'll go back onto just orange juices, fasting. And then Friday, by which time hubby should be home, he gets home late Thursday night, but on Friday I'm going to start introducing some smoothies back into my diet, and then hopefully by the end of the weekend maybe a light salad or something like that. So that's the plan at the moment. I just figured, well, I've got so much energy and I feel so good that I might as well just go straight into water fasting now. It seems a bit pointless to wait 2 more days. So obviously all I've had today now is just water. I've had one of those and a little bit more, and I think that's about 1.5 litres in there, maybe a litre, I don't know actually, it's got no label on it, so I think that's a litre. So I've had 1 litre of water and a bit more, so probably about 1.5 litres today so far. It's lunchtime at the moment, and yeah, it's brilliant. I just can't believe how much energy I feel, considering I felt quite rough yesterday. I'm really surprised that I feel so on top of it today. Now, things I've noticed, I noticed today that I'm getting rid of quite a lot of mucus. I'm sorry if that's too much information for some people, but you know, I might as well tell you how it is and what is happening, otherwise there'd be little point in doing these videos. So yeah, I've did some oil pulling this morning. That's something that I normally do every morning, is just for about 20 minutes or so I swill cold pressed sesame oil around in my mouth. And that's a really good thing to draw out toxins, and you find that you tend to draw up a lot of mucus when you do that, and I've had quite a lot come up this morning and still am, so I'm sort of getting rid of it as we go along. So that's one thing that I've noticed. I did an enema today, so I didn't do one yesterday, but I have done one today, and that was fine again, no problems there. And what else have I done? I haven't had any headaches or anything like that yet, which is really good. Like I said, I felt nauseous this morning. I felt quite sick. So, you know, whether or not that was just something coming up to clear, I don't know. But it's gone now, so I feel fine now. Today I've washed my hair in Let's get it pops up again. In Russell clay. So that's it's a natural clay. It's actually known as the king of clays. It's amazingly cleansing and beautifying. So I mixed some of that into some warm water and I used that to wash my hair today, and then I did a apple cider vinegar rinse. So about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in a pot of that size of water. And to perfume it a bit so that I didn't smell of vinegar all day, I added some orange blossom essential oil into the mix. So my hair smells of oranges at the moment. It's really nice. It feels really clean again. It was getting a bit greasy underneath, I noticed this morning, so that's why I did the clay wash. But it feels fine again now. It's still wet at the moment, but it's drying. And that's the other thing, my hair, I mean, my hair looks quite fine, but it's actually quite thick. It's got quite a natural curl to it. And when I was back in the UK, if I just let my hair air dry, it just took forever to dry. But obviously now we're in a warmer climate, it doesn't take any time at all to dry. And now I've stopped using the shampoo. It's, you know, I've only just come back from the shower, so I've only had the shower about 15 minutes ago and it's practically dry already. So yeah, that's really good. So I feel like I'm rambling a bit this morning. I've just got lots to say. It's because I'm just feeling so on top of everything and so full of energy and vitality. It's brilliant. So yeah, a really good day today. So glad that I've got over the dip from yesterday, and hope that's it now. Hope I'm just going to sail through the rest of the water fast. I'll keep you updated on anything that comes up. I haven't exercised yet today, but I do intend to. I'm going to wait for it to cool down a little bit, and then I'm going to go out and do some yoga and have a walk, but I'll probably do that towards the end of the day, like I say, just to let it cool down a little bit. So yeah, everything really good. Day 7 and we're rocking it, guys, so I'll see you tomorrow. Hi guys, it's day 8 today of my orange juice fast and water fast, and day 2 of my water fast. So I'm doing an early video this morning for you because I feel really bad today. I just feel like a weak little kitten, and yeah, it's not good. I feel really sick. Oh, I've got a pussycat on the bed with me. It's just moving herself around. Yeah, I feel really nauseous this morning. I feel really weak. I've had heart palpitations, which was quite worrying, but they've calmed down now, and I've looked up on the internet and it can be normal when you're water fasting. Yeah, and everything just seems like a real effort, you know, just getting up this morning to make a cup of tea, to use the bathroom, to feed the cats. It was just about as much as I could do. So I'm back in bed now. I'm just going to take it easy. I'm hoping that this is going to pass, you know. I'm hoping that this is just usual, you know, from what I've read, this is to be expected. So yeah, not such a good day today. So just going to go with it and see what happens, you know, and see how I am tomorrow. But just a nice easy day today. So that's it really. It's just a really short video today, just to say that, you know, it's a bit crap, but we're going to get through it and we're going with it. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. So thanks for watching and bye. And actually I'm just going to show you who I've got on my bed with me, who's keeping me company at the moment. So there you go, I've got my little Molly with me, and she's having a little snooze. She's been out, but it's a bit chilly out there this morning, so she came back in for some cuddles. Do you, darling? Hey. So anyway, see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, it's day 9 of my orange juice and water fast, and I am feeling loads better. So to update you on developments, yesterday was just such an awful day. I've never felt so ill. I did the video yesterday morning and I said I felt really weak. I had heart palpitations when I first got up, and yeah, everything was just such an effort, you know, just getting up and using the bathroom or making a drink. It was just too much. So I stuck with it all day. Got to the end of the day, was just still feeling incredibly weak. Every time I stood up, I got a head rush. I thought I was going to faint. You know, and then I'd come back to bed and my heart would be beating faster. I spoke to my husband on the phone last night, and when I got off the phone to him, I was just worn out, you know, just from talking to somebody. So what I did was I had an orange juice last night. I had the juice of 3 oranges, and you know, it was amazing. Within about half an hour I felt so much better. I haven't had anything since then, but today my energy's right back up there again. I feel absolutely amazing again, and I'm really creative. And that was the other thing with yesterday. I was trying to work and my mind, my brain just wouldn't function, you know. I just sort of would go to do something and then think, well, what was it I wanted to do, you know? It was just ridiculous. So what I've decided I'm going to do from here on out, from day 9 to the end of my juice feast next Thursday, is to stick with the water fasting, but just have a small orange juice in the evening, because that just seemed to work so well last night. So I'm still going to be fasting. It's not breaking the fast or anything. It's just that I'm going to do it with water and a small amount of orange juice, because for me, you know, it's really important that I'm able to work still, even though I am able to rest as much as I can. You know, I still got a business to run, and I do still need to be alert enough to run my business, and yesterday I just didn't feel like I could do that. So you know, I'm sure there's people out there that should say that I should stick with the water part of it and just do the water fasting, but you know, we've each got to find our own way with fasting, and if for me it's doing it with a combination of a small amount of orange juice, then so be it. You know, I'm not going to beat myself up about doing it that way, or you know, come down hard on myself because I can't maintain the water fast part of it. And maybe the detox will be slightly slower doing it this way, but you know, I'm not in any rush. This lifestyle for me is for the long haul. You know, and there may come a time further down the line when I'm able to do a longer water fast, but for now it's about still being alert, still being able to do a certain amount of work. And the other thing I've been able to do this morning is my exercise, and that is important to me as well, that I'm still able to exercise. You know, still get out for my walks every day, still doing my yoga every day. And I couldn't do that yesterday, you know, I could barely stand up yesterday, it was ridiculous. So so that's an update on where I am with the fasting. What else have I done today? I did an enema this morning, which was all okay, that was fine. And I washed my hair in the clay again this morning, and the apple cider vinegar. And I promised you that I would post a picture of my hair on day 9 of the last time that I did a no poo experiment, so that will come up now. That's pretty disgusting, isn't it? I mean, that's not very nice. So but this time round, this is day 9, and I've washed my hair I've washed my hair 4 times now, so I've washed my hair every other day. The first 2 times I did it with just lemon juice, and then the last 2 times I've done it with the clay and the apple cider vinegar. I seem to have a tickle in my throat today, but this is the result. I mean, you can see the front of my hair is absolutely fine, it looks clean, it feels clean, and the back of my hair, hopefully you can see that, but the back is also nice and clean, and it's fine, you know, there's no greasiness like there was last time. I mean, last time it looked like my hair was like this, just stuck to my head with grease, it was disgusting. But this time round it is absolutely fine, so I hope I've got it cracked now. I hope that with a combination of lemon juice, I'm also going to try, I saw a recipe which was like a smoothie made out of lemon juice and cucumber, and then presumably the person that used it didn't put it through a sieve or a nut bag or anything like that, so he sort of had lumpy bits in his hair, which I don't fancy. But what I'm going to try is the same recipe, but put it through a nut bag, so to get all the sort of lumps and the pips out of the cucumber. So I'm going to try that. So I'm hoping with a combination of lemon juice, cucumber, clay, apple cider vinegar, that I'll be able to keep my hair in really good condition. And you know, I'm not using any sort of products that come out of a bottle that come out of a factory or anything like that, which for me is just perfect. So yeah, day 9 is really good, going really well. Like I say, got loads of energy. My creativity has come back in floods today, so that's brilliant. So I'm really busy doing stuff on the websites today. And yeah, everything's really good. I'm really pleased with my hair, and I'm just really pleased with how it's going. So yeah, day 9 and we're back on track, guys. Thanks for watching and see you again tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, it's day 11 of my orange juice fast. And I missed today. I didn't do a video yesterday. The reason being that I was just really tired yesterday, and so I took a nap in the afternoon thinking I would just sleep for 20 minutes. Normally I cat nap for 20 minutes or so and do a video when I woke up, and I slept the whole afternoon. So there you go, I obviously needed it, and I feel so much better. I felt better when I woke up, and I feel so much better today. I'm not tired today at all. So yeah, I missed day 10, but nothing really spectacular to report from yesterday. I'm feeling loads better. I'm just water fasting throughout the days and then having a small amount of orange juice in the evening, and that seems to be really working for me. I feel absolutely great on that. You know, everything's back where it was. My energy levels are right back up there, and I'm feeling really good. So that's kind of how I'm just going to carry on and finish this fast now, is to continue doing the water and then the orange juice. Hold on a sec. You coming in? I've got a little pussycat wants to come in. It's come in for some food. So yeah, so that's how I'm going to continue until Thursday of this week. So another, today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 more days to go. 4 more whole days than today, and then I'll break my fast on Friday next week. So things that I'm noticing, I've noticed that I've got an eruption of very tiny pinhead like blackheads on my skin. My skin is really dry, especially my lips. My lips are really dry, have been for quite a few days now, as well as my hands. My hands are really dry. I'm just putting so much oil on them to try and, you know, they sort of soak it up, and then 10 minutes later they're really dry again. And my hair's been really dry as well, which I did think was maybe just a reaction to the change in my washing routine. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's the same as the hands and the lips and stuff. And I'm thinking that maybe it's because I'm not having any fats in my diet at the moment. So that could be something to do with it. My eyes have been really bloodshot for the last few days. They were very clear. The whites of my eyes were really clear for the first sort of, I don't know, week on the juice fast. But since I did the water fast part of it on its own, my eyes have been really bloodshot. What else? Slight headache today. I feel a bit not so much a headache as just feeling a bit like cotton wool head, like I've got a lot of cotton wool stuffed in my head, not very clear. You know, and these are all detox symptoms, so that's good because I'm getting rid of some stuff, which is really positive and really good. News on the other fronts: no shampoo. I did some cucumber and lemon juice in a sort of I blended it all together, and used that as a wash today, And yeah, it's okay. Again, my hair's still not greasy. If anything, it's gone the other way, and it is really, really dry. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to put some coconut oil through my hair tonight and leave it on overnight, and that's always a really good deep conditioner. It always works really well for me, that, so I shall do that tonight. And I'm also going to do, I've got some of the Rissole clay that I'm going to use as a face pack tonight, and put some cucumber on my eyes because my eyes feel tired as well. So that's that. So I'm going to have a little bit of a beautifying evening tonight. Enema, I did an enema this morning, so I'm typically doing one every other day at the moment. And yeah, everything's really good. I'm finding that I've not really thought about food at all. Whereas at the beginning of the fast I was thinking, oh, you know, of all the sort of things that I could have when I was finishing. Not really been thinking about food at all since halfway through it, I would say. So that's really good, because that was one of my major goals, was to change the relationship that I had with food, so that I wasn't constantly, not that I was constantly thinking about food, that's the wrong way of saying it, but I just wanted to get away from that, the way we do sort of have a lot of thoughts about food all the time. I just kind of want to move away from that and just have food as my fuel and nothing more. So enjoy it in the moment, think about it when I'm hungry, enjoy it in the moment when I'm eating it, and then that's it until the next time I'm hungry again. So that's kind of where I'm aiming for on how I want to be with food. And I feel like I'm getting there with that this week. I feel like I'm obsessing less about food and thinking less about food, and just having my water and doing the juice, and that's it, you know. On the other thing was my rheumatism, my rheumatoid arthritis in my thumb and forefinger. It's a lot better. It still hurts my thumb, but I feel like I've got more movement in my joints and my fingers. They don't feel as stiff as they did. It still hurts a little bit, but I have to really press it quite hard to get the pain, whereas before just touching it lightly would be very painful. So that's a big improvement, and I'm really pleased about that. So that's a real positive. And that's pretty much it, really. Yeah, it's been a great experience, like I keep saying. I'm really enjoying it. I don't feel the need to stop yet, which is great, because I've still got a few more days to go. I went out yesterday. The campsite owner very kindly took me up to the supermarket so I could get some more oranges, so I'm all set for another week. And yeah, everything's really good. So hope everybody's having a really good Sunday, and I will make sure I do a video tomorrow. So see you guys. Bye. Hi guys, it's day 13 today of my orange juice and water fast. Again, I missed a day yesterday, so sorry about that, but not really much to report, to be honest. I hope you can hear me alright today, because I've got some noise outside. Seabo seems to be digging up the campsite for some reason, so I'm being stunk out by exhaust fumes from his digger at the moment. So yeah, day 13, so I've got let's see, tomorrow and the following day, so 2 more days to go. And yeah, it's been a really, really good experience. I know I've said that all the way along. I've actually really enjoyed it. I had 2 days when I was doing the water fasting where I felt less than brilliant, but other than that, it's not been that strong a detox that I've been going through. It's been quite gentle, which has been really nice, and I've really enjoyed not having to think about food, not having to prepare food, not having to clear up after the food. I mean, obviously clearing up after doing a juice, but that's once a day. So it's just been really nice to take a whole break from the food thing, and to know that I can do it. I think that's a really big thing as well, knowing that I can go 2 weeks without having to worry about food, or, you know, that I'm not going to drop down dead, that everything's just going to be fine. And that's a really good thing, you know. I think then that you lose that whole hook that food has over you sometimes, because you know that you can go without it. You know, it's not an absolute necessity all the time. You know, obviously, yeah, we do need food, but there are periods of time where we can do without it, so we don't necessarily need to be eating 3, 4, whatever meals a day. We can eat a lot less and still function. And you know, if anything, I think I've been a lot clearer this last 2 weeks. My creativity has been really high, my energy has been really high, my clarity has been really, really high. You know, more so than when I am eating a lot. So that's been a really, really good thing. One of the physical symptoms that I noticed that I didn't mention in my last video was that I've started to notice that my fingernails are breaking, which isn't a good thing, I don't think. So yesterday I added a big heaped tablespoon of hemp powder into my juice in the evening, which has obviously got a lot of protein in it. Because normally I've got really, really strong nails and they grow really quickly, so to have quite a few of them start to break is just indicative that maybe my body's not getting everything that it needs at the moment. Yeah, so hemp powder's been added back into the mix. So I've got 2 more days to go. I'm going to complete the fast, no problem. I will be glad to break it and start to add some variety back into my diet. I'm getting to the stage now where, you know, orange juice, yeah, it's nice and it's nourishing, but yeah, I would like something else, I think, now. But I think I could carry on. I think I could carry on for another week or so, but obviously I've set my time at 2 weeks and that's what I'm going to do. So one of the other things that I'm going to do once I break my fast on Friday, I'm going to break it with smoothies all day Friday, and then by the end of the weekend start to add in some light salads. But one of the things that I will be doing is doing a parasite cleanse. Now, hold on a sec. Come on. You got some food down there? One moment. Oi. Get on. Just stickies with it. Right, I'm back. Oski wanted something to eat, and when Oski wants feeding, he wants feeding, so he wouldn't stop me meowing otherwise. So yeah, parasite cleanse. It's another one of those subjects that people don't tend to want to talk about. The thought that we might have parasites is pretty revolting, really, and people tend to shy away from it and think, well, no, that can't possibly be me. But the reality is that pretty much all of us have got parasites or have parasites at some stage in our lives, and especially if you live with pets. I mean, we live with 2 cats, obviously, and they're on our bed, and you know, we live in a very small environment with them, so you know, of course we're going to have them, and doing a parasite cleanse is something that we've done pretty much every year. We do one once a year, for, I think it's a 28-day course, and we do that once a year just to keep on top of it, and I think it's a really good thing to do. It's herbs, the one that we do, and it's 3 different herbs. It's wormwood and it's cloves, which we take in powder form, and then it's a liquid called black walnut hull. Pretty disgusting stuff, but it does the job. So yeah, I'm going to start that probably on Saturday or Sunday. Once I've started to introduce some food back into my diet, some solid food, then I will start the parasite cleanse then. So yeah, really good. I've had a really good period of detoxing. I'll be doing a parasite cleanse. I'm getting ready to start my marathon training on Saturday because I get my Vibrams on Thursday when hubby comes back from the UK. So everything's really good, everything's going really well. What I do, I might not do a video tomorrow because we're coming to the end of this now, and you know, there's not a lot more to update you on, but what I'll do is I'll do a video on Thursday on my last day and just go through all the things that I've noticed. Weight loss, obviously I have lost weight on this fast. It wasn't my intention, well, not that it wasn't my intention, I knew I was going to lose weight on the fast. It wasn't my goal to lose weight on my fast because I wasn't anywhere near needing to lose weight when I started, but obviously I have, so I'll report on the weight loss side of things as well. So that's it for now. Hope you guys all have a good day, and I'll speak to you in a few days. Bye! Hi guys, it's day 15 of my orange juice and water fast, and it's the last day today, so I thought I'd do a roundup of the last 15 days, how I found it, what my physical symptoms were, what my emotional, mental symptoms were, etc, etc. So, as you know, if you've been following these videos, I started 2 weeks ago with an orange juice fast, and I was drinking orange juice twice a day. Yeah, I got into the routine of having my first orange juice at lunchtime, and then I'd have another one in the evening, and I was probably drinking about 2 pints of orange juice at the beginning of my fast. Now, over the next 7 days, the first 7 days of my fast, I gradually reduced that. So the plan was to then do 7 days of orange juice fasting and then 7 days of water fasting. So by the time I came to do my water fasting, I was having a lot less. I was probably having not more than 1.5 pints, probably only a pint of orange juice. So then I went into the water fasting part, and after the second day I just felt so ill, and I felt very weak. You know, every time I stood up I thought I was going to black out. I was getting heart palpitations, so I kind of decided that I needed to listen to my body. I'm very much a believer that we should listen to ourselves, and I'm lucky enough that I've been on a raw food diet for 7 years now, and I've done a lot of juice fasting, or feasting rather, in that time. So my intuition as far as my body's concerned is sharp. It's you know, I tend to listen to what it needs and respond to it. So after the second day of water fasting, I decided that just water fasting on its own wasn't going to work for me. I didn't like the symptoms that I was getting. They weren't detox symptoms, they were, you know, reaction to no food at all, no calories at all. So what I did from then on was just spend the day water fasting, and then in the evening I would have a small glass of orange juice, and that orange juice in the evening was literally no more than the juice of 3 oranges. So it really wasn't very much at all, but it was enough to stop those symptoms of dizziness, of palpitations, and of weakness. You know, I had absolutely no energy on the water fasting part of it. So that's how I continued. I then went on and did the rest of the 7-8 days, just drinking water all day and then doing orange juice in the evening, and that was absolutely fine. Now, what I found from the fasting was that I have had incredible levels of energy. I've had incredible levels of clarity. My head's been super clear. I've been really creative over the last 2 weeks, which has been fantastic. So a really positive experience. I was looking to improve some physical ailments. As I've said, I have rheumatism in my thumb and forefinger, and that is all but gone over the last 2 weeks, which is just fantastic, because my thumb in particular was causing me some problems and was very sore. But now, you know, I can bend like that and it doesn't hurt. It's a tiny little bit stiff, but there's no pain, whereas before when I was doing that hurt. And you know, I can press on that knuckle now and there's no pain, whereas before there was a lot of pain even just to touch it lightly. My forefinger's absolutely fine. So I'm really pleased that that has cleared. Other physical side effects that I've had, or detox symptoms I suppose you would call them, I haven't had too many, and they haven't been that harsh. I've had the odd day here and there of something or other has come up. For example, one day I found I was getting rid of a lot of mucus, So that was one of the symptoms. I think maybe 2 or at the most 3 days tops I had a headache. Apart from the days that I was water fasting when I did feel really ill, not really anything significant. I was writing some things down, so I'm just going to look at my list. I found that my hair got very, very dry and my skin was really, really dry, but that's gone now as well. So I don't know whether that was a detox symptom or whether that was just my body adapting in some way to what I was doing. I'm not sure, but it's absolutely fine now. My fingernails got brittle after about the first week, 9 days, and started to break off, but even they've stopped now. I've been including a tablespoon of hemp powder in my evening juice for the last couple of days, so that's probably helped. What else can I tell you? Emotionally, mentally, I was thinking about food for the first week, probably more so right at the beginning, but those feelings have gone, and those thoughts have gone, and I'm really not thinking about food at all now. You know, yeah, I'd be glad to get back to eating, I suppose, but you know, I could go on just juicing. I'm quite happy with it. So those sort of thoughts of, you know, when I started I was thinking, oh, you know, what can I have when this is all over, what can I treat myself to, blah blah blah. That's all gone now. I don't feel the need to treat myself now this is over. You know, I feel I have treated myself in doing this fast, so that's really, really good. Weight loss now. I wasn't looking to the weight loss as being a goal of mine. You know, I've started this fast at 125 pounds, which is 8 stone and 13 pounds, and my weight just hovers around the 9 stone mark most of the time. I'm 5'7", so I am slim. I'm slim built. There's not a lot of excess fat on me. So, you know, weight loss was not a goal of mine, but obviously I have lost weight. Anybody that does a fast will lose weight, and in total I've lost 10 pounds on this. So I've gone down to 8 stone 3, which is, yeah, it's too light. I will be looking to put the pounds back on over the next couple of weeks. But saying that, my shape hasn't changed an awful lot. What I have noticed is that a layer of fat that I had around my stomach has gone, so my stomach is very, very flat now. And you know, I haven't got any love handles anymore. I had some love handles before, which, you know, us girlies get. You know, I'm 44 next month, so you know, I'm not a young'un anymore. I'm sort of middle-aged, and you know, yeah, our bodies change shape as we get older, and you know, I've always had that layer of fat. It's not massive, it's not a huge layer of fat, but it has been there, and that's gone now, and that's quite refreshing, and I hope that stays. I'm certainly not looking to put that back on. So in that respect, it's been really, really good. What else would I tell you about this fast? Just that it's been a really, really positive experience. I went into it not really knowing if I would be able to do it. Like I say, I've done lots and lots of juice feasting before, but I've never done a prolonged fast of any description. So there is a difference. Obviously, with juice feasting, you're still getting a significant amount of calories in your diet. But with fasting, your calories are severely restricted, and I wasn't sure how I would cope with that on an emotional level. But you know, it's been a really, really positive experience, and I'm really pleased to say that I've come to the end of it and I've done it. You know, I've gone 2 weeks without eating that many calories, and I've coped really well with it, and I will be including fasting in my health protocol, if you like, in the future. I think it's a really, really good tool. It's just been a really, really, really good experience for me. What I would say though is that if anybody is considering to do a fast and you've not done anything like that before, you know, you've not done a lot of juice feasting before, then it is always worth getting the advice of a doctor or a health practitioner. You really have to listen to your body. You have to know when your body is telling you it's having detox symptoms. I keep saying systems today, symptoms, or like when I was doing the water fast, whether or not, you know, things just aren't right. So you have to be able to differentiate between the two. And like I say, I've been on a raw food diet now for pretty much, well, almost 7 years. So, you know, I've done quite a lot of cleansing over the last 7 years, and it is very easy for me to listen to my body and to know what's right or wrong. So if you're not at that stage in your raw food journey, if you've got any illnesses, if you know you've got an awful lot of weight or a lot of weight to lose, then always get the advice of a doctor or a medical practitioner. Don't try and do it on your own, because water fasting, you know, it can be quite harsh, you know, on your body and emotionally as well. So you really do need some support. That said, again, I think it's a really, really good tool, and I really would recommend it. So there you go, that's the end of my 15-day fast. I will be adding some smoothies back into my diet tomorrow, and probably on Saturday as well. I'm going to, you know, be quite slow about how I add food back into my diet now, and hopefully maybe by the end of the weekend I'll have a salad, a light salad. So yeah, there you go, 15 days, I did it, I really enjoyed it, and I recommend it to everybody. So thanks for watching, if you've been watching this series of videos. I will do another video in a few days and let you know how I'm going and how the transition back to solid food has been going. So thanks guys, bye.